Yeah. You good? All right, we live. Hello, everybody. We are live right now. It is the top of the hour at 7. We just got our countdown alert on the gram. We are here. Welcome on in. Got some music in the background, just kind of hopefully lighten us up. Let me know if you can hear it. If it's too loud, let me know. But we got some nice music playing. But welcome. So we're going to make some drinks today. What's up? What's up? Welcome. Let me get my drink board. We're going to make some exciting drinks today. Some elegant elixirs. We got a local company that we're kind of working with today. They sent us some spirits. We got Black Market Spirits for our elegant elixir board. So today we're making the Throwback Negroni. That's going to be composed of the Clio gin that they have, their Throwback Fernet, and Amaro Angelino from Ventura Spirits. So all local products to California, Southern California. Next we'll be making the Black Market. This is a riff on the Toronto. It's a old-fashioned style with a little Fernet in there, so I tried it out. It's quite delicious. We're going to try it out again today and talk about it. And lastly we have the the Dirty Burro Daiquiri. So we threw some Fernet inside of a daiquiri, made some fun with it. It tastes delicious. It's got an interesting color due to the Fernet, but we went ahead and did it anyways, and it is quite delicious. So we're going to be making that. But again, I welcome you all. I see lots of people joining in right now. Awesome. We're glad to have you here. Also, just to throw out there on TikTok, we have our shot board. We're at, I think, I didn't change that number, at 280, I believe. But when we get to 300, we'll be doing Fireball, 450 Habanero Vodka, and 400 we'll be doing Rumple Mints. Because that stuff's just so amazingly tasty. Not. But we have the product. I went and bought it. I'm just waiting for those numbers. You gotta bust up those numbers. You gotta really get them up there. But you know, if you know friends, if you have friends, if you're on TikTok, go there, like my stuff, follow my stuff. I make some interesting content. It's definitely my kind of playground to make different kind of content. Instagram is definitely a little bit more of that opportunity to show you drinks, have fun making drinks, and talk about them. So let's get started. We're going to be making first the Throwback Negroni. So we have Clio gin from Black Market Spirits. We also have their Throwback Fernet, and we'll be using Ventura Spirits Amaro Angelino. So both of these spirits are Italian-based. Fernet is a Amaro style that has way more herbaceous flavors, a lot more herbs and spices, and just immense flavors going on. With a grape distilled base. Amaro is going to be that grape distilled base with some herbaceousness, a little more on the traditionally citrus and bitter side. So all these three together with the juniper herbaceousness, immense amount of packed herbaceous flavors with that grape base, and then a grape base with more citrus. This is going to make an interesting kind of play on a Negroni. Again, it's not going to be your classic Negroni because you typically use vermouth. Vermouth is, in a sense, similar to in these categories, but completely different style. Again, it's different regions, different countries making their own spirits, and so it's a different play on that take. So we're going to be mixing these three right now to make the Throwback Negroni. Welcome in, everybody. We're happy to have you all here. Let's get started on making the Throwback Negroni. So Black Market Spirits from Santa Barbara, they make some really good stuff. This but they're also their Black Market Rye, their Clio Gin. I also got their rum and their vodka. It's all good product. Obviously, I'm not a big vodka fan, so I'm not going to sit there and talk super highly of, only in the sense of me saying that I'm not the biggest vodka fan. So if I sit there and say, oh, it's so great, we all know Josh doesn't like vodka, so it's just me kind of talking out of there. But it's still good vodka for what it is. It is corn-based, gluten-free. Their gin is impeccable. I do love gin. Gin is one of my favorite spirits, especially on the lighter side. It does have, I think, a little bit more juniper than most of the gins I typically go for, Hendrix or Botanist, or Monkey 47 for that matter. But it blends it very nice. It's very smooth, especially for a local gin. I'm surprised that they made it like that. Very nice. We're going to do 1 ounce of gin into our mixing glass. It's a nice, fun carafe-looking shaped bottle. We're going to add 1 ounce of Throwback Fernet. And then 1 ounce of Amaro Angelino. Bam, that's it. Those 3 spirits. We're gonna add some ice. Bam, that's my stir mixing glass. We're gonna stir that on up. Get your straining device, a nice glass. I prefer a nice large cube. If you don't have access to large cubes, that's fine. But I did make this at home. It's a half clear. Tried my best. That was hard to do. But cutting it was probably the most difficult part because I did not have ice cutting tools. But get your nice clean glass, get your nice ice rock, and just strain it on in. Bam. Now for this, we're going to do a nice orange peel as a garnish. Then express it. Again, expressing is that rolling of the citrus itself. Glide around the edge of the glass. And then we're going to take our knife and, typically I'd want to clean it up, give it some nice lines, make it look pretty, as we always do every week. Alright, and bam. That easy. Nice, beautiful looking cocktail. This is the throwback Negroni. So we added Cleo Gem from Black Market Spirits, Throwback Fernet from Black Market Spirits, Amaro Angelina from Ventura Spirits, all local Southern California, Mid-California regional spirits. Santa Barbara and obviously Ventura. Now I had a different type of Negroni today. It was way more of a lighter floral kind of a concept. Delicious, by the way. This one's definitely more on that herbaceous side, a little heavier, a little darker in aromatics, in flavor, in concept, and appeal. But to me, this is obviously a little more towards that classic style, just a little bit more intense. Whereas the Negroni right in the center, the one I had today, was way less, but still just as delicious. And then this one's obviously on the higher end of the spectrum. But this is really good. And now that Fernet, it's a way more impactful than a typical vermouth. Sweet vermouth being at that. So it's definitely a lot less sweet in that sense. Obviously still sweetened by the Amaro. The Fernet is slightly sweet, not overly sweet. But it pairs well, very well, with that herbaceous notes that you're going to be getting. Kind of tying with the juniper, the citrus notes just kind of all combined. Very sippable, very enjoyable, very smooth. Welcome everybody. I see Kat's joining us in. Hi Josh, can't wait to have a cocktail at your bar again. I hope so. I love making cocktails and I love making drinks for people, and if I remember correctly, you are David's cousin, or family member at that matter. And that, the Vucaries that he loves, he can't get enough of those, and I absolutely love that cocktail. It's super classic, old school, super rendition. For those that don't remember, it is a rye, vermouth, cognac, and Benedictine blend. That is a classic Orleans style with Peychaud's bitters and classic bitters, stirred, expressed lemon, discarded. The Vucari is absolutely amazing. I love that beverage. Definitely something I can play with, because the Fernet could be thrown there instead of the Benedictine. The Amaro could be thrown in instead of the vermouth. There is ways to play with that one. The cognac is probably a little too sweet to blend all those three together, but why not try? That's what we're here for. We're in the art of trying different spirits and different cocktails, and playing with them to make them to a point where they're just absolutely amazing. But this one is, again, it's that herbaceous note that you really need, at least for me, in a nice Negroni, that style, with that really hearty, full-bodied, fully overly flavored, where there's a lot going on, but in a very nice, sophisticated manner. That's delicious. Cheers to that, everyone. Hope you're all having a great evening. Well, I will give this to the executive producer in a minute. Hope you're all having a great evening, great Tuesday in the middle of April. Cheers to 2021 with this one. Whew. Cheers. Slide it over to you. Alright, so our next cocktail we're going to be making today is the Black Market. So I did some research, because when I got this Fernet bottle, I was thinking, obviously I tried it. It's delicious, very herbaceous, got a lot of immense spice flavor. Spicy not in hot, but spicy as in like baked spices. Lots of that going, lots of herbs, lots of flavors of that nature. Very delicious, very soothing, nice digestive aperitif kind of style. Digestive specifically. But yeah, it's impeccable. I really wanted to play with it and find out like what cocktails do you make with that. And the one I found was the Toronto, which is Canadian rye whiskey, Fernet, simple syrup, old-fashioned style. But you just add a 1/4 ounce of this stuff. So I was like, well, I don't even have Canadian rye, to be honest with you, or Canadian whiskey in general. I don't typically carry it, which is not a terrible thing. There's nothing wrong with the Canadians. But there's nothing. They're great people. It's a great culture. It's a great place to be. Canada has amazing stuff. But I just never been drawn to their rye. I don't own a bottle. I look forward to experiencing more of depth of the Canadian rye. But I figured why not grab the Black Market Spirits, same company again, that with a little simple syrup, as previously mentioned, and some bitters. We'll go orange, and make that into that old-fashioned style. So with that, since it was called the Toronto, since this is all from Santa Barbara, I had spoken to and just kind of discussed with my my colleagues, and we figured to call it the Black Market. It just sounded really cool. I mean, obviously the name of the company is called the Black Market Spirits, but just called the Black Market because it's something that you couldn't make it without the Black Market Spirits technically, because it's flavor base. So it worked pretty well in my mind. So let's make that now. Let's talk about the rye. We've had this rye before on the channel. This is I think I only have enough left for one more drink, so we're gonna have to make sure that we order some more. This is available in Southern California regions. If you need to find a place that does sell it, or you can't get your hands on it, let me know. I can try to help you find some. But this is impeccable rye. It's a 3-year-old rye. It's extremely spicy on the notes, but very soft at the same time. Obviously, the more aged a rye gets, obviously the softer those spice flavors come at you. This one has a very bold front, and then it kind of just mellows out real quick. Which is nice, because when you get that spice flavor, I mean, unless it's up to you if you want it to linger or not and how you want to perceive it. But in my mind, this one really works well, especially in like an old-fashioned or a Manhattan or a Vauquerie. Neat by itself, it's just as good. But the spice flavors really blend well for mixed cocktails of that nature. It's just really, for me, it hits home. So if I was making old-fashions for my friends, it's that nice mid-tier where it's, it's obviously not your low-end well. This is definitely your mid-tier kind of a rye. It really works well in that nature to really serve amongst people and be like, hey, this, it's going to leave impeccable flavor, especially with the ice. Diluting it and then getting the water down, getting the spice flavor getting down a little bit more with the syrup, be delicious. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, again, we're going to use our mixing glass. We're going to add 2 ounces of rye. Black Market to be precise. We're going to add a 1/4 ounce. Now, my measuring tool does not go to the 1/4 ounce, but my bar spoon does. This is why I love this bar spoon. It's the red dot on it. I need to find more of these and buy a million of them because they're amazing. But this spoon is a perfect 1/4 ounce pour. So we can just easily pour that up till it's full. Dump it on in. And we're going to do a 1/4 ounce of simple syrup, which is a standard old-fashioned pour for simple syrup, if you're going to use simple syrup in that matter. So again, this spoon does come highly in handy. If you need help finding this exact spoon, let me know. I can definitely do some research and find it for you, and we can all buy tons of them. We're going to use orange bitters. We do have the Fernet in there, which has got a lot of herbaceous kind of flavors going on, so it wouldn't make sense to use Angostura, which already has, again, more herbaceousness. So for the bitter we're going to be going for, I would say orange would be your better bet. You could also go with lemon, perhaps, or you could go with Peychaud's if you really wanted to. You could even go with a bourbon barrel aged bitters. There's tons of different bitters out there. You could definitely test them out yourself. I think orange bitters will work the best though. 1, 2, 3, and 4 bitters in there. So that is now there. Perfect. Let us add some ice to this. Welcome everyone that's joining on in. Alright, so ice into your mixing glass. We got everything in there. We got our 2 ounces of rye, 1/4 ounce of Fernet, 1/4 ounce of simple syrup, and 2 dashes of bitters. Welcome, welcome all. We have some people from YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, all over the place. For those joining in, we want to get to 1,000 followers on TikTok so we can go live on there too, so we can just spread the word about cocktails. These cocktails are amazing. All right, so we stirred it. We have our Black Market cocktail in here. Again, we have our little ice bag. This has the beautiful large cubes. This is handcrafted by me. It's not clear. Don't know what happened there. We tried our best. Just didn't work. Didn't play out to what we want it to be. So get your glass. Boom, large ice cube. Straight right over the top. All right. And then same thing. Express the orange. Get a little more citrus notes in there. We're going to discard that one. We have our nice dehydrated orange. Now, you could totally just use it as such, call it a day, but you know me, with our Black Market, why not just light it on fire? Just char it. Send it to the table on fire still. Blow it out. Get the Black Market. Now, again, if I was serving this in a restaurant, I would definitely highly suggest putting that in there, because that roasted, charred, burnt flavor is going to impact it immensely with the citrus notes. I personally think that it's going to enhance it quite a bit. So we'll try from the opposite side first. Woo! Already it's delicious. Hold on. It's already really good. I mean, it's got just the right amount of sweetness, immense herbaceous flavors with that spicy rye kind of tickling in the background. Delicious. I highly enjoy this one. Wow. I want to say it's a little bit different from last week. I don't think I measured it properly. So I was definitely using my measuring tool, my jigger here. I eyed out that 1/4 ounce, but this is. Woo! That's delicious. Easy sipping, balanced with the sweetness. Now a nice char, orange note coming into it. Oh, that's good. The throwback. The Black Market, everyone. That is the Black Market. Woo. The throwback. Cheers to that one. But you can still keep it on the side. We got a new one. I gotta do a photo for this one. This one's way too damn good. But how are we all doing today? I see we got tons of people. Smoke Drinks, what's going on? Kat, thank you for watching. Alexis, thank you for watching. Alma, Ejima, Grandma, everyone, just thank you for your support. I greatly appreciate it. You know, it's fun to come on here and make drinks for you all and talk about cocktails and make drinks and light stuff on fire. We'll keep that there lit for a second. Boom. Lit. We just did it. We just made it. We made it happen. Whew. That's a little bit too on fire. I lit my little paper clip on fire. But that is just downright delicious. We'll save both of those oranges. Woo! Well, I hope you all are doing well. Welcome, welcome. Yes, welcome. Glad you're still awake as well. Smoked Drinks. Enjoy this. This is the Black Market. This is honestly a really good rendition of an old fashioned. It brings to new life concept and flavors that I would be thinking unimaginable. Unimaginable. All right. Well, as they say, let's keep it moving. It's only been 20 minutes. Damn. It's drinking way too quickly. Let's talk about some other things. So, if you've been watching my Instagram or my TikTok, same thing, Josh Iyer 2020. You would see that I made a honey syrup. This is made from raw honey, hot water, boiling water for that matter. and I add a little sugar to kind of keep it structured. This stuff is amazing. This, obviously, we're gonna be having to make some bees knees tonight. That was recommended when I posted on Instagram on my story. If you follow it, go follow. If you don't follow it, then get over there and follow it. You know, bees knees are just quite delicious. But people recommend bees knees and lavender bees knees. Someone recommended penicillin, and we will get to the penicillin. I definitely want to, yes, it's a cocktail. But bees knees are delicious. It's just basically a honey lemonade. I prefer gin. And then throw some florals in there. So maybe some orange blossom water. Make it into a martini style. So we're going to make that in a little bit. We'll probably throw in some lavender bitters because that, I mean, you can't go wrong with lavender. And we're going to add, typically you would add Cointreau. I'm interested in trying Drambuie with it because Drambuie is honey, heather, and aged Scotch whiskey. So, you know, with vodka, it could kind of pull together. So we're going to add vodka, Drambuie, and all that fun stuff. But we have other drinks to make. We have the Dirty Burro Daiquiri. So we've all heard the prickly burro pinata. Well, I was playing with the Fernet, and I was like, why couldn't Fernet work with rum? And I said, well, it could. I just haven't tried it yet. So I grabbed that. I grabbed some lime juice, and I grabbed something else. I was lavender. I grabbed lavender to throw in there and kind of spruce it a little more. And that's simple syrup. And we mixed these together to a daiquiri style cocktail. And it worked out really well. I was very surprised with the way it came out. But the color with the Fernet definitely made it a little different than most cocktails, and you'll see in a minute when we make it. So that's where the name of the Dirty Burro Daiquiri comes from. Obviously, Blind Burro. Again, this is also Black Market Spirits. Black Market, we've been using them all night so far, and it's been quite fun. They have really good products. They had sent me these products, and I said, you know, give me some time, and I'll make sure they're all included in cocktails. And I now have a week where I'm like, every single one of them should be in there. Thank you. Yes, they are delicious. These are all very delicious beverages. I greatly appreciate your honesty. And for everyone that's in here, if you're new or not, you know, we make whatever you want to request. So I have a board that has requisitions on it. Actually, that board's gone. But if you want to personally message me, DM me, TikTok, question me, by all means, you're allowed to. And we'll definitely get to that. We definitely want to make as many cocktails as we can. I have a nice little book that I'm making with all of my different recipes in it. Obviously, they're on Instagram, they're on YouTube, they're on TikTok, they're on all these platforms. I definitely just want to get the word out about cocktails and how much fun it can be to create, how much fun it can be to just make. It's obviously exciting to work with alcohol. It's a new adventure, it's a new taste, flavor, new profile. But I used to be a cook, I guess you could say, a chef for some. I wouldn't call myself a chef. I did go to culinary school, worked in the industry for 5 years. So I know the basics of flavor and composition, and I transfer that knowledge to the front of the house where I went into beverages. It's kind of a little bit about me. And I currently just absolutely love doing that. I love being in charge of and running and being a part of a team that is beverage centric, that really pushes the gear towards a better beverage industry. So that's what we do here. So we're going to try this. Let's go ahead and make the Dirty Burro Daiquiri. Just delicious. Just absolutely delicious. So, Blind Burro rum, Fernet, simple syrup, lime juice, because it's a daiquiri. We'll use lavender bitters. So we will be shaking this one. Woo. Let's get our ice now. So, we're going to need 2 ounces of Blind Burro rum. Ooh, just barely enough. We're not going to use it later. Quite delicious. Has nice, like, grassy notes to it, almost like green coconut flavor. A nice brininess, a nice saltiness. And like a lime peel, lime pith, kind of a citrusy pith. That's good. Good stuff. Okay, hold on, I'll spill this now. So we have 2 ounces of said Blind Burro rum. I'm going to grab a 1/2 ounce of Fernet. Toss that in there. Going to add a 1/2 ounce of lime juice. And then a 1/2 ounce of Simply syrup. And we're going to add 2 dashes of lavender bitters. 1, 2. I'm just going to pour that over our ice. Smack it down, shake. Grab your martini glass. Get your tins open if they're not frozen solid. Now you're going to see why I call it the Dirty Burrow Daiquiri. It's got this nice omniscient color that wouldn't typically be the most appealing to the eye. Now if I had, which I didn't pick up because it's difficult to find right now unless you grow them. If you know someone that grows them, let me know. Lavender, obviously you have lavender bitters in it. Might as well put a lavender flower across the top. But since we don't, it's gonna have a nice fresh lime wheel. And right on the edge. Now obviously we want to bring some color into this because, I mean, if you can tell, it's a little murky for that matter. It definitely has an interesting appeal. So it definitely needs that kind of vibrant, like wow, like oh my gosh, that looks delicious. So again, if you had like a dehydrated lime that would float a little bit better, and then a lavender flower that went across that's bright purple, wouldn't have any issue selling this thing. I guarantee it. Oh man, it's just like the lavender obviously is very forward. The Fernet really backs it up and gives it that kind of grassy, earthy, green, herbaceous flavor that kind of just reminds you that this is real lavender, or real lavender flavor at that manner. So obviously it's a bitter, but wow, it's just the rum green, bright citrus notes really pull together with the lavender, with the Fernet, and boost it up with the lime juice, and just make it a very well-rounded, delicious daiquiri. But again, I'm one for floral, herbaceous, sound beverages. If you wanted more sweet, you could definitely make it more sweet. You could definitely make it less herbaceous. You could switch it up. This is obviously a riff on a daiquiri, but it's quite delicious. The Dirty Burrow Daiquiri, named for obvious reasons. It's just that it's very murky. But it's delicious. Highly delicious. It is quite delicious, thank you. It is super sound, honestly. It's very smooth, very rich in bold flavors, but very smooth altogether. The right amount of sweetness. It's not super overwhelming, well-rounded with the alcohol. Very delicious, very delicious. But both of these beverages so far have been good. But like I said before, if you're just joining in, we've been playing a lot with the black market spirits. Bring them all out for right now while I drink these drinks. We have that's not black market. We have the throwback Fernet, we have their rye, we have their gin, and we have their vodka. We'll be using their vodka next. We'll be making a bee's knees with a little drambuie. But great product, great company, very nice, very well-rounded company as well. They've definitely reached out to me, they've talked to me, and just been very open about asking questions. And my questions come down more so to like, I want to know more about the spirits and the background and who made it and why they made it and what their story's about. And it's honestly, it's just one of those companies you really just want to get your hands behind and just be like, this is great product, it's local, and I get to have that connection with somebody. And it's amazing because you don't get to really contact people like Angel's Envy or Lagavulin or Hendrix and be like, hey, why did you do this? Why did you start this company? Because obviously the people that apply for them aren't even here anymore. But it's cool to be a part of something that's growing up and becoming part of the industry. And obviously it's local, which is even better. But again, they have really good products. Best gin I've found locally made. And in general, it definitely competes up there with my Hendrix and Botanist kind of mid-tier products. It's definitely right on that level. Their rye, I would say it's way better than a bullet rye. I would say it's definitely mid-tier. For me, I would say it's a premium mid-tier. So it's kind of up there mid-tier, not high-end, thousands of dollars. But it's definitely up there where it's like it's definitely something you need to try. The Fernet, I've never had Fernet before this, to be honest with you. I've smelt it and I've been around it. Obviously, I work with it. But to me, I would assume what Fernet should taste like and with the right sound flavor. It definitely doesn't seem as sweet smelling as typical Fernet, which is good because for some mixers, you don't want them to be extremely sweet because you want to counterpart it with sugar, or you want to counterpart it with a spirit that has a little bit more sugar. Their gin, again, it has that kind of herbaceous, citrusy notes to it that you would expect, but it also has that high-end juniper note. But you know what? We haven't actually done a tasting with their gin, so let's go ahead and try it and give it that full sound discussion, because we have some new joiners. We have some people on Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram. I thank you all for being here, and I look forward to being on TikTok. Go follow, tell your friends about it. I got some funny videos on there. I try to be as comedic as I possibly can be, because I typically am. I like to make people laugh. That's why I love this industry, is being around people, talking to them. Whether it's a camera, whether I'm looking at a computer and being like, are you even there? It's great to just be a part of it and really show off the ability to be a human and be interactive and being sociable. I feel like after 2020, we all deserve that. We all are excited to go back to the bars and have that conversations with, our staff, our guests, and it's something to look forward to. Or if you're a guest, talk with, beverage enthusiasts or servers and talk about food and beverage as a whole. I mean, it's definitely a big revolution that we can get behind and say, hey, when I go back out to eat, I want to pick somewhere where I feel at home, feel welcome, and I'm going to truly enjoy, and I feel like I can get educated. At least that's how I feel. So we have the Cleo gin here. I did do some research on it. Cleo was a bootlegger during the Prohibition, so they use that name as a back, which is great because they had some great spirit, and it's definitely very rustic in flavor, I would say. But has very immense botanicals and citrus notes. Right in the nose, you definitely get that juniper note. And like a nice bright lemon pith in there. Woo! Has a little grassy green notes to it. I didn't notice that before. You get like orange, lemon, lime, citrus pith, like that nice bitterness. You get that juniper note that kind of accentuates it. And you get this grassy kind of earthy, grassy kind of note to it. So that's the Cleo gin. So I would say it's almost, like I said, it's different from Hendrick's. Hendrick's has rose and cucumber infusion, or unexpected rose and cucumber in there. Botanist is hand forged. Both of those two are from Scotland. This is from California, Santa Barbara. Botanist I would say it's very traditional. This is along the lines of traditional, but with a kind of a different grassy note to it. Almost like a tropical citrus as well in there. It's very nice. Good lineup, good products, great company. If you have questions about Black Market, feel free to contact me. And I would definitely like to help you find it near you. Or if you have any questions about any spirits in general, I'm here to discuss. Guess what? Right. Again, this is the Dirty Burro Daiquiri. It's quite delicious, quite herbaceous, quite sound, very sound and delicious. Love it. Yeah, gin is phenomenal. I absolutely love it. Thank you, Smoked Drinks, for your comments. Have a good night, Smoked Drinks. Charles William, welcome. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you all being here. Thanks for sticking around. So I just hand off the Dirty Burro Daiquiri, phenomenal daiquiri style, quite delicious. And I'm sipping on the Black Market. This is a super cool concept, super cool drink. Got some photos of it. Definitely posting this later. I'll have to do a recipe video on this one. Super sound. Oh, so good. The sweetness though, it's like you don't taste the sugariness. The sugariness kind of gets pulled from the ferment, almost looks like a molassesy, mapley kind of flavor. Really good. Really good. And as the water kind of dilutes with it, it really just kind of changes things up and makes it even more sound. Appreciated. All right, let's get to the last drink of the night. We got we have one more drink to make. It is the bee's knees. So this is where we're gonna. Oh, we good. This is where we're gonna be playing with honey syrup. We have a little lemon juice, and a little drambuie and a little gin. We're gonna do vodka. So we're gonna be using Hardee's. Hardee's is from Black Market as well. Yes, again, as previously mentioned, we're using all their products today. I just wanted to play with them all. So let's give a little sample in their vodka. It's nice, smooth, deep, rich. I mean, you all know me. I'm not the biggest fan of vodka. This is also in a glass that had gin in it previously. Corn-based, gluten-free. Very smooth though. Harsh on little bits and notes of it. Like the alcohol harshness is pretty prevalent, but overall it's pretty smooth. Pretty smooth. I would say definitely in the lines of Tito's. Not to displace it in a bad category, but like it's definitely up there where it's appropriate. For me, like if I was buying a vodka, I would not mind spending the money on this. I know that's not going to be like Grey Goose where it's astronomically priced. It's good product and it's something I can share with friends and family. So let's make the bee's knees. So again, typically gin would be your counterpart, and we could totally use gin, but we're going to use vodka just to use different products. 2 ounces of vodka. This is called Hendry's vodka for Black Market. Alright, and then we're going to take our drambuie, we're going to add a ½ ounce of drambuie. It's going to kind of give us some herbaceous, kind of sweetened flavors. We're going to add some honey syrup. We'll add a ½ ounce of honey syrup. Add some fresh lemon juice. We'll do 1 ounce. And we're going to add lavender bitters. As previously mentioned, someone asked for a bee's knees and someone asked for a lavender bee's knees, so both works for me. Do 2 dashes of lavender bitters. Add it in, shake it. Alright, strainer on top. We got our fancy schmancy glass. Get that air dilution going on there. Bam. There you have it. Bee's knees. Again, garnish, you could use a dehydrated lemon. I don't have dehydrated lemon, so we're going to use a nice fresh lemon wheel. I would definitely say lemon wheel or a very, very fancy lemon peel and make it look nice and clean cut for the cameras. You can put a little veggie on the side if you want to. That's the bee's knees right there. I mean, it's essentially lemon drop with a honey syrup. I just think honey just really, really enhances the sweetness, flavor, prospect of any cocktail. It's a more robust sweetness in a sense. quite delicious. Something that I could grasp my hands on. I love using honey in my cocktails. It's just wow. I mean, bee's knees for a reason. Jeez. That's some good cocktails. Well, now that we're drinking and we're having some nice beverages, where's my stool? Look at my stool. There it is. Grab it. Pop a squat with y'all. How y'all doing? How you feeling? How you feeling today? Welcome to, what is it, March or April? April 6th, 2021. How has the first 100 and some days in 2021 been? You can only imagine. It's an interesting concept to sit here and think about being in this for another couple months, even though we've already been in it for a year. But you know what? That's why I'm here, to show you some great alcohol concepts and great beverage concepts. Talk to you about beverage, help you get to that part where you can be your own bartender every night of the week. And be happy doing it, because then it's not a problem, it's just a hobby. If you want links to these tools, or know what I use and how I use them, or more one-on-one focus and training and learning and concepts and excitement, let me know. I love teaching, I love explaining the things I do, why I do them. I might not be the most amazing, definitely an enthusiastic person about beverages. Just yesterday I was so stoked to just be like, it's truly spring now, it's warm where I live, and honey is in season. Honey's always in season, but it just sounds like it's in season at this time of the year. It's great. Feeling fantastic. I'm glad you feel fantastic. I absolutely feel fantastic too. I'm having a fantastic day. My tattoo artist had some room and he scratched me with a needle and ink today. If you notice, it's a little bit darker. This side's ice and red and dark. Healing up properly. We have a little spot left to do. But this was nice and fun up here next to this little area. It hurt. It was definitely that, that sitting there kind of like feeling good, feeling great. Not gonna make a face. Back to the shot board again. If you have friends that are on TikTok, I think everybody's at this point in the world. Let them know. When I get to 300, it's only like 20 more people away. Then I get to take a shot of Fireball with a straight face and see if I can do it. And then 350, we're doing habanero vodka. I already own it. It's in this box. Just grab all of our little bottles. We got St. George's. That's a local spirit company too, from Alameda. That is from California. We got Fireball. I don't like Fireball, but we'll do it. Actually, I don't think I've ever actually truly had a full shot of Fireball, so that'll be interesting. Would love to see how I am trying that. We got Rumple Mints. That's going to be for 400, so 350, 400. We have it lined up. We're ready to go. I don't do it just because I want to get drunk. I enjoy spirits. I want to show you that anything you drink, it's all about flavor. It's all about perception. That's why I like to manipulate cocktails and try new cocktails and try new things and throw things into things that shouldn't work. Like Fernet. I never knew Fernet would even work with things. And there might be people that say it wouldn't work, but I think it works. You let me know. We have people here that would testify that they taste great. And they do honestly criticize me for my cocktails and tell me when things aren't proper or different. Obviously, I think I have a little bit more refinedness to say, it could be a half ounce more or a quarter ounce more. Whereas they were saying that this is still sound, it's still something enjoyable and has a concept. It's not trash, like an AMF or something of that nature, or a Long Island iced tea. I'm just saying. But this bee's knees lavender, it's delicious. It's phenomenal. No, I'm drinking both of these. These are my drinks. But yeah, so throw out some questions at me. I see there's a couple people on here from YouTube, Instagram, and Twitch. Again, I want to get on TikTok live too, so I can just talk to everyone and help everyone out. So I have some following on there, but you can't go live on there to 1,000. It's absurd to me that you would even testify that I'm not worthy of being on live there. But let's change that. Why not? But for those that are also here, I did get some new tiki glasses. I went tiki shopping. And we got these two. This is a nice blue one that has a mermaid on it. That doesn't really say much about it. It's made in China. DW109. Oh, it's a beautiful blue color. It really, I mean, I wish I could get like a mass quantity of these, but I mean, shoot. It's hard to find them as is. This one is, I got really good quality in it. Made by Drew at Tiki Farm, 2003. It says California Kai, designed by Druby Tiki Farm, 2003. I don't know, but this one's like a really nice color on it. You can definitely tell it's not been used very often. Super beautiful glass. Both of these are. This one's a little bit thinner in profile, but very thick on the ceramic, whereas this one's a little thinner. This one could break very easily. I also have my little tiki glass. I have lots of tiki glasses. This one's also one of my favorites. Very nice color, 2001. But this one's a lot shorter. I also have two of the white ones if you've seen those. That's my koala bear glass. For me and the koala bear, when we drink koala bears and be lazy. This is so zen. So zen. I tried to not make a mess, but I did. But, you know, I'm going to hang out here as long as y'all want to hang out, and we'll see if anybody else joins. But if you have questions, lay them on me. I'm here for that. I'm just drinking. I got nothing else to do right now. It's my Sunday night, and it's time to just embrace the week of work ahead. I hope y'all have had a great 2 days of work so far, living in the normal life of being a person. Some of us don't get that luxury. We get the weekdays off, and we make beverages for y'all and cook food for y'all. But it's the life that we live, and it's the life that we choose to live, and I absolutely adore it. It's fun to make cocktails, make drinks, make food, give everyone an amazing experience. That's why I do this on Tuesday nights. I wouldn't be doing this on my day off if I didn't appreciate doing it. It's nice to just, you know, familiarize yourself with people, talk about it with people, discuss beverages, discuss concepts, discuss cool changes, cool trends. You know, if you want to see something interesting, different, dynamic, I'm here for you. I'm here to learn. I'm here to grow and be a part of that growth. Cheers. Thank you all for welcoming. Thank you all for welcoming me into your phone. Thanks for letting me be there with you on your phone. Chef Mikael, I made your bee's knees right here. You missed it. It's your own damn fault. It's a lavender bee's knees because one of our other cohorts that we know also recommended us to make a bee's knees, but with lavender. So I made lavender bee's knees to comfort the masses. But it's quite phenomenal. You're not getting this one. It's so good. So what spirits are you all interested in these days? Cocktails, or maybe you've seen some of my videos and you're like, wow, dude, how did you come up with that? Or like, well, you didn't make that right. Do you know how to make drinks? Let me know. I love making drinks. I think there's a million different ways to make a drink. There's not one way to make it. I think it's everyone's preference, and when you go into a restaurant, you adapt to the culture of the restaurant and make it the same way, so you guys have the exact same similar experience every time they come in. I used to have a guest that extremely liked Luxardo cherry syrup in his old fashions, but he liked his old fashions with rum, and he liked like 6 cherries with it. Great guy. Appreciate him. I tried to turn him on other drinks. Would never do it. Liked his classic drink. I'm not the type that does that. I'm the type that just tries new things each and every time. Cheers. Yes, the bee's knees. To the bee's knees. I had a drink this evening. It was really cool. So I'm not going to discuss the concept because I don't think it's on their menu yet, and something low key. But it was a really cool rendition of a Negroni. Very bright, very light, very approachable for many people. It was at a restaurant called 1909. Just impeccably made, just nice and delicious. Good stuff there. I had their burger there too. That was phenomenal. But I mainly went there because they had a thing where if you bought their St. Archer Tropical IPA, you'd get the glass. You just gotta take the glass home. Who doesn't want a free glass? A free pint glass that says St. Archer on it. It says work hard, drink harder. Or drink hard. I don't know. But we work hard here and then we drink harder on Tuesday nights. A Bloody Mary! Oh God, I hate Bloody Marys. Not that I don't like Bloody Marys in general. I've had one. I've had one full, and it like the last half of it, I was like, we had to go because we were snowboarding. And I was like, I just can't do it. I can't pound it. Tomato juice isn't my thing. You throw vodka with anything else, even carrot juice. I would rather drink that. Tomato juice is just really, really acidic. Gotta use the @ sign. Gotta use the @ sign. But I mean, Bloody Marys are good. They're good. I can make one for y'all. I can make a fresh one. Find some nice tomatoes to juice. I don't know how to juice tomatoes. You just blend them up, I guess, and strain them off. We can make some nice fresh tomato juice. Worcestershire, horseradish, some nice herbs and flavors and things going on. The biggest thing for Bloody Mary, if I want to drink one, when I make a batch, when I make it my way, when I'm allowed to make it my way, I add pineapple juice and lime juice. And the pineapple juice sweetens it up because I think tomatoes are a little too acidic and not sweetened, obviously. The tomato's not very sweet. But I like a little sweeter note to it, but you can't just add sugar because it adds way too much sweetness and a weird depth of sweetness. But the pineapple kind of has a citrus sweetness that kind of blends with the tomato juice, and then the lime kind of blends those two together. So if you add, your tomato juice, and you add your lime and pineapple, and then you add just herbs upon herbs upon herbs. It's a perfect soup. Yes, tomato soup is delicious, especially when you add a little goat cheese in it or something. It's outstanding. A nice creamy tomato soup. But Bloody Marys, I can't get my head around them. I'd rather drink a mimosa or a screwdriver or a Greyhound. Preferably Greyhound. I love grapefruit juice. So grapefruit juice, a Greyhound is 2 ounces of vodka, ice topped off with grapefruit juice. Salty Dog is the same thing but with a salted rim. But I love grapefruit juice. That's one of my guilty pleasures, is just drinking grapefruit juice all day long. It's really good for your heart. I don't know if y'all can hear the music, but it's entertaining. Oh. Vertica. Yes, he does like bacon in his Bloody Marys. At the last place I was working at, I used to make a Bloody Maria with a tahini rim, blue cheese olive, dehydrated lime, and a nice piece of bacon. Bacon definitely adds some good flavor to it. I would definitely say the bacon fat essence and the bacon flavor saltiness kind of definitely add a different flavor to the Bloody Mary itself. I think that there is a opportunity, if anyone has one, I can definitely try it. Again, I don't drink Bloody Marys very often, to try to get that bacon flavor either into the vodka itself or into the tomato juice. So either doing a fat strain, on the vodka or the tomato juice, I guess. You could freeze it and kind of blend it together. That would be good. If there's like a nice bacony, really meaty flavor in there and saltiness, oh, get out of here. Smoky honey fashion. Oh, I made a honey old fashioned last night with not bullet. I don't have bullet. With Buffalo Trace, phenomenal. Honey syrup old fashioned, amazing. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't. It just adds a different. I would say like sugar is a nice sweet flavor. Demerara sugar is a nice, more caramelized sugar. Honey kind of adds like a nice. I want to say floral, but it's like an orange blossom white floral note to your old fashioned. And as you all know, I love a nice floral note in any beverage in the right manner. I think it works well though. So I could definitely do smoked. I just need to get a smoker box. They could definitely buy a smoking box. That's probably something I need to buy. Smoked honey old fashioned. That does sound delicious. Smoked honey. Yeah. I need to get honeycomb too, because honeycomb is a garnish. That's thing you just plop on the edge or put on a skewer. It just looks so cool. Let me turn this on. Like three numbers up. What's wrong with enjoying two cocktails at the exact same time? Nothing. That's your own choice. I make these, enjoy them. They're art to me. It's an opportunity to experience a flavor profound, a experience of trying two different things together. And just so you all know, I haven't opened this bottle, and I'm so excited to try St. George's pepper green chili vodka. But I can't do it to like the 350 followers on TikTok. Tell your friends, just share it. I guarantee you, 100% of them are on there. And if you don't have one, you're probably the only one that doesn't have one. So get on it. Snap, 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 crack and pop. Get on it. But I want to get there. I want to get to this where I can make like a honey pepper bee's knees. A spicy bee's knees. We'll get there. And we'll get there with this bad boy right here. We can't get there until we get to that number. And I'm excited to. I mean, this is from California. I didn't know St. George was California until I got this bottle. But they have good absinthe as well. And absinthe is on our list to try. It's right up there after Rumple Mints. It's Fireball, habanero, vodka, Rumple Mints, and then absinthe. We could buy St. George's absinthe for that, just for it. Vodka, I don't know what a vodka beluga is. It's got to be some interesting cocktail choice, but again, tell your friends. We want to get up there. I'm not just trying to get famous. I want to be able to spread these news and spread these tales and try new cocktails with everybody. I can rest assured the people that are really here for the long run, that have been here since the beginning, the dues will be paid. There will be opportunities. I'm mustering up items to do giveaways. I really want to get there. I want to take care of y'all just as much as you're taking care of me, because I really appreciate everyone's support and everyone's love and everyone's commitment to really pushing my beverage scene to the next level. From operations I've worked at, to people I've met, to followers that just really appreciate the fine arts of cocktails. We're there for you. I'm there for you. I want to help you. I want to help me. I want to help us as a team. The Elegant Elixir team. Classy cocktails made in a freaking awesome way. That's all my goal is to show the world classic cocktails can be amazing and get people right back into that mode. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for being there. Thank you for support, comments, follows, shares, likes, and all of that fun stuff. I really appreciate it. It's the top of the hour. We've been on here for an hour. I appreciate what it's been here. We're gonna go continue drinking. Feel free to message me and be like, what are you drinking now? And where are you at, Josh? Are you still incapacitated? I'm perfectly fine. But I'm gonna finish these 2 drinks and get on with my life. And hopefully tonight I could get to at least 300 so I can drink this Fireball. So I'm waiting to make another TikTok video. I mean, just tell your friend, just tell them, yo, go like this guy. Great. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But we'll get there. Then you're gonna watch me drink that much. Thanks for watching. Have a great Tuesday evening. May the Force be with you.